Welcome to Planetterrian Daily, episode 124. It's July 18th, 2026. Here's what's new in science, health, and longevity research. South African genomics projects now direct 10% of budgets to community-chosen benefits through local decision-making. Researchers have used artificial intelligence to create new syn-TNPB enzymes that expand CRISPR gene editing options. The work appears in a paper published in Science. These synthetic enzymes outperform the natural reference TNPB enzyme in direct comparison tests. Traditional CRISPR systems depend on tools that evolved naturally over time. The design effort focuses on producing gene editors that carry properties absent from proteins found in existing systems. A few episodes back, the show examined gene editing safety questions. Today's work adds new enzyme options that could support in vivo applications. Performance metrics still needed before syn-TNPB enzymes advance to mammalian testing include editing efficiency across diverse cell types, off-target rates in complex genomes, delivery compatibility with existing vectors, and stability under physiological conditions. Additional benchmarks involve toxicity profiles in primary human cells, scalability of protein production, and retention of activity after repeated dosing cycles. Researchers will also track how the enzymes interact with chromatin states that differ from those in bacterial or simple eukaryotic models. These data points will clarify whether the AI-designed variants can move beyond proof-of-concept assays. Now, shifting to community-led frameworks in genomics research. The approach translates ethical principles into concrete action using community-led processes. Ngoni Ngwarai from the SAMRC WELT's Rural Public Health and Health Transitions Research Unit presented the blueprint at the World Congress of Bioethics. Researchers, universities, funders, and industry partners can now apply the operational model in practice. The framework shows how to embed benefit sharing directly into ongoing genomics studies. Researchers at Koç University School of Nursing adapted the artificial intelligence self-efficacy scale into Turkish. Associate Professor Remziye Semerci Şahin and Assistant Professor Seda Güney led the psychometric evaluation. The study appeared in the International Journal of Human-Computer Interaction. The tool assesses perceived confidence in using artificial intelligence technologies among students. The adaptation process required validation steps specific to nursing student populations. Researchers examined which local mosquito species transmit the Plasmodium parasite that causes avian malaria in wild birds. The work focused on several UK mosquito species now identified as potential carriers. Limited prior data existed on mosquito vectors for bird diseases compared with human pathogens. The study clarifies transmission routes in UK ecosystems. Field collections and laboratory assays supported the species identifications. A University of Florida sport management study tracked participation histories of MLB players. Researchers found that high school track experience provides an overlooked edge in skill development. The analysis suggests teams may miss competitive advantages in player selection. Findings question traditional pathways into professional baseball. Track training develops speed, coordination, and endurance metrics valued in scouting reports. Professor Ginestra Bianconi at Queen Mary University of London proposes a new framework for structure formation. Gravity from entropy theory links thermodynamics to cosmic structure. The model addresses how increasing complexity can occur while obeying the second law of thermodynamics. It connects entropy principles with the emergence of ordered cosmic features. The perspective offers a fresh angle on a core physics question. A Seoul National University team, led by Professors Nam-kyu Park and Sung-kyu Yu, developed the photonic integrated circuit. The optical chip design allows real-time light speed control. The device works with Professor Xianji Piao at the University of Seoul. Simulations show the circuit can slow light on demand. The advance targets precise manipulation within photonic systems. CERN's LHC has stopped operations after years of proton collisions. The Large Hadron Collider enters long shutdown for Higgs boson upgrades. Work proceeds beneath the French-Swiss border on the world's largest scientific instrument. The upgrade aims to unlock further details of the Higgs boson. The shutdown follows extensive data collection at near light speeds. A review in limnology and oceanography, led by UC San Diego's Scripps Institution of Oceanography, examined oxygen decline across multiple ecosystems. Rapid deoxygenation affects oceans and other aquatic environments worldwide. Consequences may prove irreversible on human timescales, according to the analysis. The work links these changes to broader risks for Earth system stability. Wild snapdragons fine-tune petal shades to attract bees. Flowers adjust subtle color blends to gain competitive advantage in pollination. Slight shade differences can determine gene survival in the contest for bee visits. The study shows precise visual tuning beyond simple color categories. Researchers documented the effort plants expend on these adjustments. Alberto Borges at the University of Liège compared microbial methane oxidation rates in Belgian and African rivers. Certain bacteria oxidize the gas before it reaches the atmosphere. African rivers displayed higher oxidation activity than the Belgian sites examined. The biological filter remains insufficient to counter expected increases from warming and nitrate pollution. Researchers traced the 2015 equatorial fires to identify starting conditions. Most large Southeast Asian fires began at several points rather than single locations. Ecological, climatic, and human factors were linked to ignition sites. The findings aim to improve prevention strategies under climate change. Multiple origin points drive most large fires according to the spatial analysis. Thai researchers bonded silk fabric between natural rubber sheets using resorcinol formaldehyde latex coating. Laboratory and pilot-scale tests compared the silk composite against conventional nylon. The prototype bicycle tire replaces nylon with silk for better performance. The silk version showed gains in strength and endurance. Full tires were manufactured to validate the formulation. Researchers produced a modified silk from silkworm cocoons that resists shrinkage and shape loss after repeated wetting. Conventional silk loses form with moisture exposure despite its strength and biocompatibility. The new variant remains lightweight and suitable for clothing and medical uses. The improvement addresses a long-standing limitation in natural silk performance. Current tools struggle to resolve specific molecules at high detail within cellular environments. Researchers created designed proteins to address this limitation. AI-designed proteins improve imaging of molecules inside living cells. The proteins help target and visualize chosen molecular residents. The approach expands options for studying dense cellular systems. Most people picture the second law of thermodynamics as a slow slide into total disorder, where nothing new can form. In reality, local pockets of order routinely emerge even as overall entropy rises, because energy flows through open systems. Right now, as you sit listening, gravitational collapse in distant gas clouds is converting potential energy into structured stars and galaxies while radiating waste heat outward. One memorable number is that the observable universe contains roughly 10 to the 80th atoms, yet has produced highly ordered structures across 13.8 billion years without violating the law. The practical takeaway is to watch for future papers that quantify how much entropy export is required for any given level of biological or cosmic complexity. Before we go, keep an eye on further tests that compare the new syn-TNP-B enzymes against additional natural variants in mammalian cell models. That's Planetterrian Daily for today. If you enjoyed this, a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify really helps new listeners find the show. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. And if you'd rather watch than listen, find us on YouTube at NARA Network. Links in the show notes. Quick tip from the network. Try Fascinating Frontiers next. The most fascinating news from space and science. Every NARA Network show is free at naranetwork.com. And on the website, every episode's visuals live in our free image gallery at naranetwork.com/gallery. Royalty-free under Creative Commons. Download with attribution. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.